2, 1.
Hi everybody, it's Beverly Center here. You remember me. I was named after the fashion mecca of the universe, Beverly Center in Beverly Hills. And occasionally I pop up on Rhonda's little show here. But I'm really the star. Now, I give Beverly's tips. And this is my tip for this week. You ready? Write it down. You know, everybody's doing these Zoom meetings and these Skype meetings. And what are they seeing? They're seeing just this. And you look like you're in a mugshot. So first of all, here's my tip. Look like you're listening. You may not give a shit about what they're saying, and I understand. Because these Zoom meetings are boring. They're the same boring people that were boring when they were in person. Now they're even more boring. But I get it. Put on some damn makeup and some dangly earrings and look glamorous. So at least they're going to listen to you when your Zoom or your Skype or whatever Zoom thing comes up. They're going to be focused on you. Now, it doesn't matter what you're wearing from the waist down. As a matter of fact, I have no pants, no skirt on right now, no panties. Now, I have a tip about that. Keep it manicured down there because I'm sitting on white. And eventually we're going to get out of this thing and people are going to start coming over. And if you're not keeping it clean down there, then no one's going to be able to sit on your couch. So as I say, keep it clean, be ready for those Zoom meetings, and look glamorous. That's Beverly Center's tip for tonight. Now, I'm going to close out this show because Rhonda, whatever, I don't know what she's doing. She's having a cocktail. Who knows? But all I have to say for you is because I'm on this little show that I want you to find Rhonda's podcast. Yes, it's called Rhonda Shear Social Hour Podcast. Where do you find it? Wherever podcasts are. Apple, all over the place. That's the first thing. The second thing, I would like to thank Rhonda's guests. They were fabulous. The fabulous Jackie Kellen, the fabulous Richard Gabai, and you can read more about them because we're going to link you to their pages from RhondaShearSocialHour.com. So I was nice to say that for Rhonda, even though she's left. But remember, I'm the star of this show. Remember, be ready for your Zoom call. From here up, don't wear pants. No one cares. Earrings, lipsticks, and hair. Hair. You know what to do when we say hair. Cocktail. Love and sizzle kisses. It's Beverly Center signing off.
Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. It's Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. Cooking in the kitchen and it smells real nice. Cooking in the kitchen with Rhonda.
It's Rhonda Up All Night Shear here, or it's Rhonda Up All Night Ron Penny Shear here. But guess what we're doing now? We're cooking in the kitchen with Rhonda. Yes, because I love to cook in the kitchen. Whenever I like to cook, I like to make it hot and spicy. Hot and spicy. Okay, so what are we doing today? I made this little gem up because I love me some acorn squash. And what I've done is I have baked them at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. I have put some olive oil on the inside. I have dusted some olive oil, a little salt and pepper. They are prepared. They're ready. They are, watch this, soft. They're cooked. All right. So we are doing stuffed acorn squash with, oh, yummy, a little pricey, but jumbo lump crab meat. Jumbo lump crab meat. Savory. So what goes in that? Okay. We have the Trinity. You guys remember the Trinity. It's bell pepper. Well, it's not completely a Trinity because I've left the celery out. So it's bell pepper, onions, parsley, and garlic chopped up. So 3 little onions, 1 bell pepper, 5 little pods of garlic, and just some parsley. Then I've got, ooh, yum, for later on when we sprinkle this on top and really saturate it with Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano cheese for that extra depth. We're going to use butter because there's nothing better than butter. But we will saute the vegetables in olive oil. So it's pretty easy, just a few little breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs, to just make it all stay together so beautifully. I don't even use an egg. It doesn't even need an egg because this acorn squash is so savory. So, oh wait, one more thing. Tequila. Oh, you may be wondering, why do I have tequila? How does tequila fit in with crab meat? Well, it doesn't. It fits in with the cook. Okay, so I always like to do little shots. Woo! Woo! Cheers. Yum! All right, so I'm ready to cook now. Let's go! So now you can see I am scooping the flesh from the acorn squash. It's so good because it's kind of like the consistency of a potato, but without all those carbs and calories. Yeah, it's got some carbs, but it's a really good carb. It's a vegetable carb, so it's really tasty. So you can see I'm just leaving a little bit so that when we restuff them, you'll have taste of the squash. And you can actually eat the entire shell as well. Oh, so it smells so good. And you can see it's got kind of a brownness to it because I baked it for 45 minutes on a high heat of 400 degrees. Okay, so look at all that. Look at all the flesh that I made. I probably won't even use all that. Okay, now I'm going to do a little something really fast. I'm going to just salt the inside with my light salt, just the inside of the shell so that when my patrons get down to the shell, they have like a little flavor, a little spiced. All right, so we're gonna let those guys sit there, hang out, and now I'm going to go to my pot. And what do we do with our pot? We heat the pot, and then we put in the Trinity. Oh, yeah, okay. You can see I've covered the bottom of my pot with a little olive oil. And now I'm going to put in my vegetables to saute. Oh, that's the sound you want to hear. That's the right sound. I'm going to get them withered, perhaps a little brown. So remember, there's one bell pepper, 3 small onions, 4 or 5 little cloves of garlic, and some parsley in there. So now it's going to just do its thing. This is when it takes a little pain. But just the smell of that is so good. Oh, yes. Ooh, it makes me want to have some more tequila. I think that's going to be my drink on Cooking with Rhonda. Do you know tequila, they say, is the least fattening of all the alcohol because there's no carbs in it. But you have to drink it straight, like nothing that makes it taste good. Sauteing my veggies, getting them nice and soft and translucent, perhaps just a little brown. Good food is all about sharing it with friends and family and just feeling so good. And another thing that makes you feel good is just a little tiny sip of tequila. Go fast, it doesn't hurt much. All right, so it really smells good. So I put some parsley in here for this one. I feel like it goes great with crab meat. I've got my butter ready, whole stick, because when my crab meat goes in there, butter goes in right away. That's what gives it the taste, the flavor. Ooh, yeah. This is the pricey part. It's the fresh lump crab meat. Look at that. It's $26 a container. But you can get other crab meat that's not as expensive. And with all the taste, it's going to taste just the same. I just really wanted to make this special today for my special friends. Yeah. Oh, makes me want to yodel. How do you say that? Yodel. Makes me want to yodel. Oh, maybe that was Tarzan. Watch this. Lexi loves crab meat. And it's her birthday. She loves her crab meat. She does. We're browning it. And this is what you want. You see, get in this pot. Get in this pot. You see that brown on the side there? That's why you want to cook with stainless or cast iron, because you want, you can't do this with nonstick. You want it to get brown on the bottom. I don't like to do full shots. I like to do little sips and then make crazy faces. It's so bad that it's good. Oh, this is getting so good. Okay, I'm going to go grab my squash. It's going to eventually go in here after the crab meat. Here we go. Adding the lump crab meat. Woo! Ooh, it's so pretty. You can see that is the real deal. You know what you'd pay for that in a restaurant, right? Okay, so I'm just stirring it a little bit more. And then I told you, as promised, right away, 2 tablespoons of butter. And all these things to come together. Quite delicious. You know, I feel like I'm going to go wild. I'm adding another crab meat because you're watching. Had to sneak a little bit when you weren't looking. Look at that. I'm going to add me another 2 tablespoons of butter. Ooh, not a thing of beauty to get the piece of paper from the butter. So I don't want to over salt, but you got to salt. So I'm using, again, my favorite preferred light salt. I'm going to add my other preferred black pepper. Can't be a Louisiana girl and not like your cayenne. Gotta go light with your cayenne. Smell it. You smell the butter and the crab meat and the vegetables all getting browned. And you can see, look at all that crab meat. It's time to take a little mini shot of my shot. Ready? After this is cooked, there's always a little residue on there, and I know it's looking what you do. You know you do. All right. We're going to dish the squash out. Because I have a lot of squash. I don't want to over squash it. My oven is on to 350, because once I restuff these, which I will do in a little bit, back into the squash, then we have to the shells of the squash, then we have to bake it. Let's just get all that in there. It's going to make this a really filling meal. 2 of these will be quite filling. A little bit more squash. It's cooked. So, and it does have olive oil in it. So it has that extra fat. Right, well, I think we're ready to stuff. What do y'all think? I'm going to turn it off. Let it rest a second. You can see, they'll give it a look. Onions, bell peppers, garlic, parsley, and a lump, delicious, fresh lump crab meat. All we have is the crab meat, the vegetables, the butter, and then we'll have the Parmesan cheese on top. Let's go ahead and stuff them back in. I like to get a little in each one, so I see which ones have to be stuffed more. It's piping hot. And boy, it's got a kick. Woo! I put some hair on my chest, as my mom would have said. So I'm going to do these big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's 4 of us again. And this is going to make a nice meal. I mean, it's a lot of crab meat. And I'm not done yet. Right, sweetie. Mama's not done yet. I see Jean, as my cameraman director, coming back for many seconds. I see it. Especially because it's keto. There's no carbs other than the carb of the acorn squash. So that's really kind of cool. I mean, sometimes you look at keto diets and they look really fine, but this is completely keto. I didn't use all the squash, so I may not feel those other. I may just like eat those tomorrow. For like lunch or something like that. Okay, wait a minute. It's going to be the perfect amount. So I'm going to stuff them nice and high. This one needs a little more. Needs a little more. So now I'm going to put generously. Oh. Sound a little bit like Professor Cocktail. Generous amounts of Parmesan cheese on top. Parmesan. I get this blend of Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano. It's got a little bite to it. Wait till you see how this cheese all melts together and becomes absolutely beautiful. I'm not the neatest cook. My husband, he's very neat in the prep department. I'm not. It's really so good. Okay, here we go. Here is our crab meat and Parmesan stuffed acorn squash, ready to go back into the oven, just to get a little baking on, to get that Parmesan cheese all nice and brown and gooey and drippy and fabulous. 15-20 minutes at 350, and then we'll check it out, and then we're going to be eating. We're going to be eating some good food, so we'll be back. Don't go away. Whoa, I'm feeling a little tipsy, and I'm still on my first shot. Let's just look at that Parmesan sizzle. Ready? Look. Oh, look how it's browned and gooey and sizzling. Okay, let's plate these beauties. Oh, look at that. I put a little paprika around so they're a little fancy. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? So, this is what it's called. Crab meat, Parmesan stuffed acorn squash a la Rhonda. Enjoy it. And we'll be back with more of all my shows. RhondaShearSocialHour.com. Rhonda Shear up all night. Rhonda Shear cooking in the kitchen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love all of you. Join me on Cameo. Cameo.com/Rhonda Shear. And I will cook just for you.
Cooking in the kitchen and it smells real nice. Cooking in the kitchen with Rhonda.
Clive Cornelius Billingsley here, proprietor and headmaster of the Billingsley University of Manners. One thing you can do every day to make yourself sound not only more intelligent, but more British, is when you are standing in wait at one of your eateries, or perhaps in traffic, you are not in line, you are in queue. You are into queue. That is what you are in. That is what you call it. You sound much more intelligent than standing in a line. Once again, I'm Clive Cornelius Billingsley, here to make America more British.
I'm so excited. It's Rhonda Shear here. And guess what? The grand opening of my consignment store is right around the corner. It's Valentine's Day, February the 14th. Retreat St. Pete. It's 1940 Central Avenue. Oh my goodness, it's a shopping oasis. Furniture, furnishings, accessories, clothing, handbags, jewelry, and so much more. Come find your dream at Retreat St. Pete on Valentine's Day.
Welcome to Retreat, a style oasis. Here at Retreat, we give beautiful and unique furniture, decor, art, and luxury items a second chance. Our team of experts carefully curates our collection of fabulous finds and offers unique pieces at affordable prices. From stunning furniture and decor to luxury accessories and apparel, we have a little something for everyone. It's resale reimagined. Come see our store located at 1940 Central Avenue in St. Petersburg, Florida, or browse our website at retreatstpete.com.
Professor Cocktail. Grasshopper, Mai Tai, a shot that tastes like apple pie. Professor Cocktail. Tom Collins whiskey sour, a fruity drink with a giant flower. Professor Cocktail.
Hello! It's Professor Cocktail, and we're here for another quick tip on drinks. Bit hammered. Oh, I already am. I've made many drinks for people already tonight. In my solo cup, is my vodka-ish drink because that's what I like. And that's what moves me forward. Okay? I wanted to read you my mantra. Professor Cocktail's mantra is, nothing says I mean business like using a cart at the liquor store. What do you think of that? How many people agree? Let me know. Let me know. Okay? Tonight's drink, people, is called a Paloma. It's from the Mexican region, you know, south of the border. Okay, so tonight we're going to do this drink. It's in a special glass with a bullet that's shot through it. Perfect for Mexico, I think. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of ice. Just a little bit. And we're gonna celebrate Mexico with our Malagra tequila. Oh, Malagra tequila. And then we're gonna squeeze some limes. Oh wait, I should put it up here. Yeah, I'm strong tonight. Yeah, and then we have our grapefruit soda. That's gonna make for a good drink. Now, to mix it up, we go the Mexican route and we do it like Mexican style. We shake it up Mexican style. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's mixed up. Mixed up? I meant mixed up, but you know, we're going to Mexico anyways. So, there's our drink. It's called the Paloma. You know what? Paloma means dove. If you translate Paloma, it means dove, and it's a symbol of peace. You're gonna get a piece if you drink this one. I hope I get a piece.
Grasshopper, my tie, a short that tastes like apple pie. Professor Cocktail. Tom Collins, whiskey sour, a 50 drink with a giant flower. Professor Cocktail.
You know, we've been adding guests every week, which is really exciting. And this week, we're going to have my really good friend, Pitchman. Everyone knows him as the OxyClean Man. He is entrepreneur off the chart. He's an author. He has his own studios here in the Tampa Bay area, produces commercials. He produces infomercials. He's on all the shopping television. But I think everybody knows him best from the blue shirt and the OxyClean Man. Later on, we're going to have Anthony Sullivan to tell us about the reality show that he is doing right now, which is like off the chart, how he did this from scratch. Well, you never know who's going to pop in and be my first guest, and look who it is. So I was telling you just a minute ago about my dear friend, Anthony Sullivan. He's like my little brother, and I'm so proud of him because he's just done so much. Not that he's offered to take me along with him, mind you, and cast me in anything, but that's okay. I still love him, and I'm so desperately proud of him because we've co-auctioned events together, and he's fabulous. You know him as the OxyClean guy. Everybody knows him. They recognize him. Haley, who's watching with her father, Jay, is going to know him. Hi, Sully. How are you? We call him Sully, that those of us who love him, he's also known as Anthony Sullivan, who just got back from a 12,000 bike tour across the United States. And we have some cool pictures that we'll put up. Hi, Anthony. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Rhonda. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
Yeah.
I hear you fine.
I just want to say it's a pleasure to see you. You look beautiful. Amazing. And thank you for putting this on, and thank you for having me.
Well, you know, it's very exciting. The newspaper's writing an article about this show, so hopefully they'll write about you. Not that you need any more press, but, you know, it never hurts because you've got a book out. We need to get that sold on Amazon. What's the name of your book? I forgot the name of it.
It is You Get What You Pitch For, and it's on Amazon. Yep.
Well, boy, it is definitely the truth with you. Can you make it a little louder, Daddy Dog? So it's just the volume's down. So you're fine. Just so I need a little higher volume. Okay, so you have to tell everybody. You know, everybody knows shirt, OxyClean guy, handsome OxyClean, the pitch man. But what you've done in the last, is it 2 years now? Is it going on 2 years?
Yeah, I had the idea at Labor Day 2018. So it's probably it's coming up on just over 18 months, right about 18 months right now. And it's been an incredible pivot from my business, which is 25 years of selling stuff on TV, starting off living in the back of my van back in the day, and then getting a break on HSN in my early 20s and kind of cutting my teeth down at HSN, doing, racking up thousands of hours of live TV, what that was like. And then teaming up with Billy Mays, God bless him, rest in peace. And then, setting my production company up, and it's been a big success, and working with Billy and having the show on Discovery Channel. And then sort of after Billy passed away, I kind of sort of took a couple steps back, if you will, went back to my roots, went back into HSN, and have just been producing away and growing the company, and moved down to your neighborhood, down to St. Pete, which I love. I got about 20 employees full-time that I love. Actually, Gene, one of your producers today, has been working with me on this new project. And I took a bit of a pivot about 18 months ago, and you know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I do. And I mean, we were just showing a picture of your beautiful daughter, which you can talk more about because it's helping her too. So what I love is that a lot of things that you do, and as you have grown and I won't say rediscovered, but discovered yourself, just like I kind of reinvented myself from the bimbo. Well, I'm still got a little bit of that. You've like grown and reinvented and found health and wellness partially because of your daughter. But then, when you first told me, about Monkush, am I saying it right?
Yeah, Monkush.
Okay, so Monkush, so Van and is my husband and Sully were all good friends. And he's like, yeah, I bought this hemp farm. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he's growing pot. This is like so cool. But then he said, I'm saying this about you, but that there was nothing there. It was land, but there was not one seed on it. And that you literally self-taught yourself you had to tell us how many acres, how to literally become a farmer and how you started. Because I think that is just an amazing story.
Well, in a nutshell, I'll kind of make it quick, but Devin was on an anti-seizure medication. Devin has special needs. She has a duplication of chromosome 1 and 13, and she's had a myriad of health issues her whole entire life. And she was on an anti-seizure medication called Keppra. And I don't want to say too many bad things about Keppra because there's a right place and a right time for the right drug, but the side effects for Devin were debilitating. Anyway, her mom kind of suggested to me, Brett, who, she said, what about trying, CBD and cannabis? And at first I was sort of like against it just because I didn't like the idea of my 7-year-old at the time walking around baked. And anyway, I slept on it and I thought, we got to try it. Anyway, we had amazing results with and Brett is, she's a PhD in school psychology, so she really understands it. So I sort of let her just go to town on it. Anyway, Devin, we saw remarkable results with CBD and cannabis. So I found myself standing in the middle of a hemp farm, coincidentally, at Labor Day of 2018, and I just had an epiphany. I had a moment of clarity, and I'm like, I need to do this. This is the plan that has affected Devin. So I teamed up with an old friend of mine, Dave Christian, who's from Philadelphia, and we did Eco Challenge together with Mark Burnett, who through Barry.
Major producers in Hollywood.
Yeah,
reality producers.
I got Dave to come up to Vermont with me, and I said, "Listen, I'm thinking about doing this. I want to buy a hemp farm, and not only do I want to grow it, I want to know everything about it. I want to grow it, and I want to make it. And now I could have just gone to a manufacturer and put my name on it. That would have been the easy way to do it, but not me. I got to do it the most difficult way. So we bought a 116-acre farm with nothing on it, zero, nada. And I know I've never grown anything except some tomatoes and some pumpkins. I've never farmed jack shit. I know shit about farming. So we bought 60,000 seeds, which turned out to be 75,000 seeds. Anyway, long story short, we managed to successfully germinate, plant, and grow and harvest and got our organic certification, 75,000 plants. And they were as tall as Christmas trees. If you come up at Labor Day last year, it was a sight to behold.
I want to ask you a couple things. First of all, because most people didn't know, and I know I asked you this, hemp it's like you told me that the pot plants or grass or whatever you call it, weed, there's a male and a female. But if you just grow one, it doesn't carry the drug part or the part.
Right. Well, they're genetically engineered to be below 0.3% THC. So as long as we don't stress the plant, and that requires a lot of not enough water, not too much water, the right amount of fertigation. They all come in below 0.3% THC, which is federally legal. But that's a science. We found that that's a science in itself. So, but the thing is, they look like weed, they smell like weed, they feel like weed. If you walk into our farm, you think you're on a weed farm. I mean, you cannot tell the difference to look at, which makes it really cool. You know, if you come up and visit us, it's an amazing experience. Ask anyone who's been there. Anyway, we pulled it off. We laid 55 miles of irrigation. 55 miles of irrigation. We dug a well. We had airstreams up there. We hired anywhere from 10 to 200 people at one point. And we decided to push all our product into what's called rosin, which is we take a press and we actually press the flower. Now you have to understand, like 18 months ago, I knew nothing about farming, like zero. Today I'm on the front page of Grow magazine.
That's so good.
I don't know how that happens.
You're an entrepreneur.
I just had an article in Entrepreneur Magazine. Yeah, well, I think, Rhonda, what I'm really grateful and what I found out is because, I wanted to do this and I wanted to do it for real. I didn't want to just put my name on it. I'm like, if I'm going to do this and I'm going to be taken seriously, I want to put some boots on. I want to go up there and I want to roll around in the dirt, drive a tractor, learn how to harrow, learn how to till, learn how to fertigate, learn how to lay drip in a plastic layer, drive all the tractors, the John Deeres, the New Hollands. So, and I'm really grateful because it's opened my eyes. I've got a great new business. We put together a great team. Jennifer Crawford is working with me on the project. Skip Borghesi's working on the project with me.
That's great.
We put together a great team. And then when, COVID came, we were about to go back in the ground. And the bit I've left out is the TV show. We filmed the TV show around the whole thing because I knew that, I had a relationship with Tom Beers from Deadliest Catch, from Pitchman, and I knew that our journey would make great television, even if we made it or if we failed. I'm like, this
CBD oil. I mean, we're just on the tip of it. People still don't know how to use it. And the fact that your daughter is like so perfect and what it can do. That, by the way, thank you. We got that is just so amazing, by the way. The fact that you learned not only how to grow it, but to harvest it. And then you actually are now creating the oils now yourself.
Yeah, we got our organic certification, and we just love it. What we had to do is for the TV show and also in real life, we had to get our 2019 crop from Vermont to Phoenix. And we didn't want to ship it because a lot of our shipments get impounded. They just do. They just get impounded because it smells like weed, right? So like 50% of our shipments get impounded. So we had 300 kilos of high CBD rosin. So after about a month of being locked down, I said to my partner, Dave, and I called out Jonesy, my showrunner, and I said, you know what? We should do the rosin run. We should do it in the middle of a pandemic. We should drive up to Vermont. We'll get 2 airstreams and we'll hoof it across America with 300 kilos of rosin, and we'll film it. It'll be like a cannonball run. It's running. But
you decided to go by bicycle because you've been.
No. We didn't go by bike. No, I think no. So I bought an airstream. We got 2 pickup trucks, and I drove from Florida in the middle of the pandemic. So when everyone was saying stay home, save a life, wash your hands. If I've seen that sign, I've seen it 1,000 times on the freeways.
I'm sure.
We drove from. I drove from Florida up to Vermont, stopped in Richmond on the way up there. We spent 3 days in Vermont filming, and then we made the rosin run. We went from Vermont to Columbus to Colby, Kansas, where we slept in a Walmart parking lot. Then we went to Vail for the night, slept at my buddy's house. Then we went from Vail down to Phoenix. And then we missed Missouri. We got pulled up. We got pulled over by a cop in Kansas. Almost got arrested in Kansas, but we talked the way out of it. And then we rolled into Phoenix, and it was an amazing trip because we're doing everything against what everyone's telling us to do, like stay home, wash your hands, save a life.
Being safe. I know you're being safe, and you're together. You're quarantining with your crew.
Yeah, it was me, Dave, my camera guy, and we had a guy from Singapore who already had COVID. So we felt like it was worth taking the risk. We put 2 weeks of food in the Airstreams, and we decided that we were quarantined. We're like, we're not going to see anybody.
These photographs, by the way, that we're showing are spectacular of you on this journey.
What happened is we got to Phoenix, and I'm like, right, I have a friend in Tucson. So we spent 2 days in Tucson, Arizona, and I went biking up Mount Lemmon. And then I thought to myself, well, everything's closed. Like, there's nowhere to go. So we just continued the road trip, and we went all through the Mojave Desert, through Joshua Tree, into Malibu, up the PCH to Carmel, into Yosemite, to the Bonneville Salt Flats, through Lake Tahoe, Bonneville Salt Flats, up through Idaho, 2 days in Yellowstone.
I want to go to Yellowstone.
Through the Badlands, down. We tried to get into Canada. That was hilarious. So
I love that. I love this. First of all, it must be a lot of funny stuff. So, so the show is about your journey.
Yeah.
Getting this done. So, and you've done 7 or 8 episodes or more.
We have 14 episodes right now, 14 30-minute episodes, and I've seen the first 5. And I'm watching myself, right? So I'm not a good judge, but it's pretty funny. It's we are 2 knuckleheads who knew nothing about farming. So it's a comedy. It's a comedy because we're just fish out of water. But
where do you see it? I mean, if you had a perfect place to sell it, or right now, what network or is
Well, we're in talks with. I'll tell you, we're in talks with A&E right now, and Vice, and A&E, Vice, and FYI. But to be honest, there's a big there's no production right now. Like, no one's producing anything, so new content's hot. So I just hope the show ends out at a great home. We have Tom Beers attached to it, and Tom has done Deadliest Catch and Ice Road Truckers and Storage Wars and Monster Garage. So I feel like I'm in good hands. We've done 99% of the heavy lifting now. So now we got some heavy hitters out in LA working on the post-production. So, and the finished goods are looking good. So it's been an interesting lockdown for me because I really wasn't locked down.
But you've been at this. You've been out of town a lot because you haven't really been that much on live television. You still do your OxyClean commercials,
yeah,
right?
Still doing OxyClean, which is fantastic. I got a couple of exciting things happening in the cleaning world. Obviously, cleaning is hot right now. So
cleaning is hot. Yes, you're on
cleaning,
oils and cleaning.
Yeah,
and real pot.
Wellness and cleaning.
You don't have a couple of pot plants on the side, I guess.
So yeah, so I'm things are good. I kind of stepped away from HSN a little bit for it's not for any particular reason. I had a good run with some great products down there. I don't really have anything right now so I'm not doing so much HSN as I used to. Plus the schedule is how HSN can be. It's sort of brutal, right? You got to be there, you got to be on call, and it's So, but that maybe there'll be
things. No, you have to do your own TV show. So, so in this show, just really quickly, is there any do you have any romantic other than 2 boys? Is there romantic interest? Is there any other side stories going on in there?
There's plenty of side stories going on. There may be some full frontal nudity. I did my first full frontal scene by accident, so we'll see how that goes. I was air drying in Arizona out in the desert, and somebody had a camera, and they got me air drying while I was outside my Airstream.
Well, this is what sells. I mean, I know. I was on, television for many years. Sex sells. You got to let it out there now.
So you maybe get a full frontal of Anthony. So I was very proud to do my first full frontal.
Good.
So I felt good. I feel like
I think a lot of people will be looking forward to that. I know of a few around the neighborhood. People have been dying to see. I mean, it's
I hope they'll probably be blurred out. I did tell anyone on my team. I said, you should share that footage with anybody, you're fired. But we've got a great group of characters up on the farm in Vermont, and we're actually filming for season 2 already. We're actually filming there, so I can't tell you too much. But
no, don't. No, this is gonna go. First of all, let me tell you, I know they need content. No one's filming. You actually picked the perfect product, the perfect show, and the journey. I think it's perfect timing, and the cleaning products that you have. So everything you're doing is really good luck. So you've been a good boy, and you're getting paid off, and you're an entrepreneur, And you were a good boy, even though you weren't there for me on my auction, but that's okay.
I have been there for you so many times, it's not even funny.
I know, but the poor guy that I got in.
Really no good?
Well, I mean, he does national ones, but you got to know the crowd.
My best night ever with you was your 60th. That was a good time. That was a fun night. I really enjoyed that. And you always, every time that you came to my 50th, which was fantastic, I was so honored to have you there. A guest of honor. Because you don't get it, you're very selective where you hang out. I noticed that. You don't go, like, you only go where you want to go. You and Daddy Dog.
You know what's funny about you is, like, you're this farmer now, which I love, and you really did, because you told us how you got your hands dirty, and then just being outdoors, what it meant to you. But this man, Anthony, who we call Sully, when I met him, he's a clubster. I mean, I met him before before he had his baby, before he had Devin. So I mean, going from that image of you, the party boy, to this image is really cool. I hope you have some of those old pictures of you from your party days.
I do, yeah, I do. Listen, there's nothing like having like a little girl, right? Like, I have a little 9-year-old. Devin's 9 now. She's coming over tomorrow to go tubing. I've had to be very careful, actually, because she's on the hit list for COVID. Right. So I've kind of kept her isolated with her mom, but she is coming over tomorrow, and we're going to try and go tubing outside your house. So
well, we're around.
If you see us out there tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we'll be out there tubing.
I'll put my mask on. Well, listen, I love you. I'll let you go now, but thank you for catching us up. I mean, I'm so proud of you. Hopefully you're in town for a little bit so we can social distance from afar. We have had a couple of friends over from, swimming in the pool and stuff.
Well, good. Well, listen, you look great, Rhonda. I've been past your house many times on the boat. Say hi to Daddy Dog for me.
I will. Good luck. Please keep me in touch with everything.
I will. Why don't you come up to the farm? You need to be in an episode.
I want to be in an episode, and I want to be in an Airstream.
Rhonda comes to the farm. It will be hilarious.
It'll be like the Beverly Hillbillies. I love it.
We have an Airstream for you. We have Airstream has actually sponsored our show, so we have 7 Airstreams on property. So if you want to come up and stay in one, I got one with your name on it. It's pink.
I just told Daddy Dog, seriously, that I want an Airstream. Chuck's, our friend Chuck, he's getting one. I want one because I want to do what you just did. Maybe not as fast, but I'd like to do, because I think that's people are going to stay in the United States.
It's incredible. I'll tell you what, to wrap it up, if I hadn't have had to come back, I wouldn't have come back. I would have done, it's like a land yacht. These things, if you kit them out, it's like having your own land yacht. You've got your own sheets, you've got your own bedding, you've got your own everything. And
and you see the country. I think a lot of people are going to be doing that. And I want to go to Yellowstone Park. I'm going to tell Daddy Dog that immediately. I want to see a bear.
Well, we saw it all. We were the only people at Yellowstone, like literally the only people. So
yeah, they said the animals are all coming out, and now they're kind of, because they're opening it up. The animals are going back away. It's very cool, though. But I love you. I wish you the best of luck. Please keep me in touch. Don't do anything without telling me. And Anthony Sullivan, everyone, also known as Sully, and we can't wait to see that full frontal nude in the Montage episode that will be out soon.
Can't wait to see you, Rhonda. Stay well, stay healthy. I'm glad everything's good with you. You look wonderful, and congratulations on all your success as well. Love you like your little sister or big sister.
Love you. All right. Love you. Bye, honey. Bye. Anthony Sullivan. His show's going to be a huge hit. I mean, I know that. I see I know it's different than Naked and Afraid, but I love Discovery Channel because they take chances, and I think that this is going to be a very funny show with Sully. We were kind of signed up to do a reality show that didn't become a reality, but when you have your own ideas and you get it done, and he's getting it done right, it's going to be fabulous. So, yay for Anthony.
Comfort, support, confidence. That's what you'll find at rhondashear.com. Shop award-winning intimates, shaping, and apparel in sizes extra small through 3X.
Hi, I'm Zach Markovitz, and as far as you know, I'm an attorney. In a court of law, you want the best lawyer money can buy, but that can get really expensive. So why not call me? If I take your case, you're going to have some sort of representation, and during your trial, I promise to personally use at least 3 of the many courtroom poses that I've perfected. The pensive lean, the steely grin, the casual swagger. And in the absence of evidence, logic, and with a simple-minded jury, my patented looks could give you the advantage. The jury stare down, the stern glance, the defensive point. All these looks were developed specifically by me and my award-winning staff at the Zach Markowitz School of Legal Modeling. So for a career as a legal model, or to hire me as your attorney, call at least one of the numbers on the bottom of the screen or go to my website. And remember, I'm Zach Markowitz. I'll make your case.
Cheers. Okay, now, I don't know what my producer has planned because things are good, zany tonight. But this is Rhonda Remembers. I have a feeling, is this the 80s? This is a music video I did when I was 23 years old, and it was with my old nose and my old hair. And you can probably see it on, not on MTV, on YouTube now. But yeah, look, this is a really oldie but goodie.
And now I'd like to give you just a little taste of a couple of videos that I had the pleasure of appearing in. The One You Love by Glenn Frey and Virginia by The Sights.
Time you're here, but you got your choices. Can you love the hiding fear? Oh, honey, never mind the things you hear. Now I think you're in too hard to be fair. Till you ever be the first, Virginia, we got no time to wait. Virginia, you know that I should be the last. Virginia, nothing's out to fail. Open up your eyes, I don't have to tell you. I wanna whisper in your little ear. I don't have to love you. I don't wanna tell you all you need to hear. You're chasing illusions and you wonder why. It always seems that life is passing you by. Till it ever be there first, Virginia, we got no time to wait. You know that I should be the last. Nothing's out to fail. Open up your eyes. Yeah. Oh, baby, open up your eyes. Don't be so shy. Gotta open up your eyes. Virginia, don't be so shy. Now and then you show it. You admit that love's your essential thing. I tell the world how much you mean to me. I will never make history tonight. And history laughs at all the children we find.
Next time you go into a department store, don't just look at the fashions. Take a very close look at the mannequin. What you will notice is that today they have a very lifelike appearance, and that's for a very good reason. Watch.
Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll.
Mannequins, they display all the glamour and beauty of high fashion. And although we may not realize it, mannequins motivate us to buy the clothes we wear. With almost 300 of them a week being produced here at Wolf, Vine & Greeniker in Los Angeles, that means big business. And like fashion, the mannequin industry has come a long way.
We've gone through stages. We've gone from the perfect woman with the perfect unbody movement so that the hemline could be straight. Well, we've come a long way from then. Lifestyles have changed. We're now into activewear. We're into movement. Women are doing the same thing men are doing. And the hell with the business of the hemline being crooked. We've also gone from the stage of the perfect model to the imperfect model. We found that imperfection, there's beauty. Sure, every model that we pick is a beautiful model, but there's something imperfect. Maybe the nose is a little crooked. Maybe the mouth is not as perfect. Maybe the chin is not. We now reached a point where the customer can reach for this level. When it was so perfect, they knew they couldn't reach for it. They knew under no circumstances could they ever look like this. We're now making it so that, yeah, the mannequins are beautiful, but realistically beautiful.
Producing a lovely yet realistic mannequin isn't always easy, and the amount of care and attention to detail that goes into their creation is truly staggering. It all begins with the sculptor.
The sculptors nurture it, they pray over it, and out comes a clay version of what we're trying to accomplish in two ways. One, we do a body, and the other, we do a face, and they've got to work harmoniously together.
Once the sculptors finish their model, it goes down to the factory, a strangely macabre place filled with spare body parts of all description. The real production starts with the waste mold, which is made into an actual production mold. This prototype is then painted with alternating layers of gel and chopped fiberglass. It takes about an hour for this mixture to cure, and then the finished mold is ready for a very thorough sanding.
Stores put pantyhose on our mannequins, and if a woman puts pantyhose on her body and her legs are not shaven properly, the pantyhose are going to rip or be destroyed. Stores don't like to spend this much money constantly putting new pantyhose on it. So we have to have the leg baby fine sanded.
After being sanded and spackled, the mannequin is now ready for painting. First a primary coat, followed by a finish in any color the buyer desires. They are then, quite literally, strung up by their heads to dry, while workers periodically check for flaws that may have developed. Meanwhile, using a unique dipping process, hands are being made, taking care to preserve all the lifelike qualities of an actual human hand. And like some women, mannequins never go outside without their makeup painted on to perfection, their eyes bright and sparkling, and every hair tucked perfectly into place. However, very few women, including model Rhonda Shear, get this kind of treatment.
When I was told that I had the look of the 80s, that's truly a flattering, it's a very flattering compliment. But I think that the look of the 80s, or the woman of the 80s, is not by any means just a physical look. It's a total look. And that's why it was a real compliment for me, because I do think of myself being representative of a lady of the 80s. And that comes from, feeling good both inside and out, and also being the best at what you do. And what I do is I'm an actress, so I work very hard at my craft. And I think that the ladies of the 80s are working very hard at whatever they do. So I'm flattered that I was chosen.
Fashion is fantasy. We're magical, we're mystical. We not only have to create our mannequins in such a way that it stirs up the adrenaline, but we also have to exhibit our mannequins in such a way that it creates an atmosphere of magic and movies. A friend of mine once said, "Norm, we're in show business. I put on the greatest show on earth 7 days a week in my store, and I don't even charge admission." Women actually dress so that they can be loved by the men. Men do the same thing. We try to direct our mannequins into this area. It has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with anything other than we all want to be loved. And that's what fashion's all about.
Hi, everybody. It's Beverly Center here. You remember me. I was named after the fashion mecca of the universe, Beverly Center in Beverly Hills. And occasionally I pop up on Rhonda's little show here. But I'm really the star. Now, I give Beverly's tips. And this is my tip for this week. You ready? Write it down. Everybody's doing these Zoom meetings and these Skype meetings. And what are they seeing? They're seeing just this. And you look like you're in a mugshot. So first of all, here's my tip. look like you're listening. You may not give a shit about what they're saying, and I understand, because these Zoom meetings are boring. They're the same boring people that were boring when they were in person. Now they're even more boring, but I get it. Put on some damn makeup and some dangly earrings and look glamorous. So at least they're going to listen to you when your Zoom or your Skype or whatever Zoom thing comes up. They're going to be focused on you. Now, it doesn't matter what you're wearing from the waist down. As a matter of fact, I have no pants, no skirt on right now, no panties. Now, I have a tip about that. Keep it manicured down there because I'm sitting on white. And eventually we're going to get out of this thing and people are going to start coming over. And if you're not keeping it clean down there, then no one's going to be able to sit on your couch. So as I say, keep it clean, be ready for those Zoom meetings, and look glamorous. That's Beverly Center's tip for tonight. Now, I'm going to close out this show because Rhonda, whatever, I don't know what she's doing. She's having a cocktail. Who knows? But all I have to say for you is because I'm on this little show that I want you to find Rhonda's podcast. Yes, it's called Rhonda Shear Social Hour Podcast. Where do you find it? Wherever podcasts are, Apple, all over the place. But remember, I'm the star of this show. Remember, be ready for your Zoom call. From here up, don't wear pants. No one cares. Earrings, lipsticks, and hair. Hair. You know what to do when we say hair. Cocktail. Love and sizzle kisses. It's Beverly Center signing off.
Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live.